Welcome back to our video series on marketing research. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at the marketing research process and the essential steps involved in conducting effective marketing research. Let's dive in. The marketing research process is a systematic approach that guides researchers through various stages, from identifying the research problem to presenting the final findings. Following a structured process helps ensure that the research is relevant, reliable, and actionable. The marketing research process typically consists of 6 main steps: problem definition and research objectives, research design and methodology, data collection methods, sampling techniques, data analysis and interpretation, reporting, and presentation of findings. Now, let's discuss each step in more detail. The first step in the marketing research process is to clearly define the research problem and establish the research objectives. This involves identifying the specific issue or question that the research aims to address. A clear problem definition helps ensure that the research remains focused and relevant to the organization's need. Examples of research problems include identifying consumer preferences for a new product, evaluating the effectiveness of an advertising campaign, and assessing the impact of a price change on sales. Once the problem is defined, the researcher can develop specific research objectives which outline the information needed to address the problem. The next step is to develop a research design and methodology. The research design is a blueprint that outlines how the research will be conducted, including the type of data to be collected, the data sources, and the data collection methods. The research methodology is the overall approach or strategy used to answer the research objectives, such as qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods research. With the research design in place, the next step is to select the most appropriate data collection methods. Now, these can include primary methods, such as surveys, interviews, and observations, or secondary methods, such as analyzing existing data sources like company records, industry reports, or government statistics. The choice of data collection methods depends on the research objective, budget, and available resources. Once the data collection methods are chosen, it's time to determine the sampling techniques. Sampling involves selecting a representative subset of the population of interest to gather data. Researchers must decide on the sampling method, such as probability or non-probability sampling, and determine the sample size to ensure the results are accurate and reliable. After collecting the data, the next step is to analyze and interpret the results. This involves organizing the data, applying appropriate statistical techniques, and drawing conclusions based on the findings. The analysis should be thorough and unbiased, taking into account any limitations or potential sources of error. The final step in the marketing research process is to report and present the findings. This involves summarizing the results of the research, highlighting key insights, and offering recommendations based on the findings. The report should be clear, concise, and tailored to the needs of the intended audience, such as managers or executives. That concludes our overview of the marketing research process. By following these steps, you can ensure that your marketing research is well structured, relevant, and actionable. In the next episode, we'll discuss how to effectively define your research problem and establish clear research objectives. Stay tuned, and thanks for joining us today.